Good morning, New York. Good afternoon, Tel Aviv. This is Trending. We have a great show for you today. Coming up, it's Tel Aviv Fashion Week, an inside look at the designers and the controversy surrounding the event. It's the biggest ever acquisition of an Israeli tech company. All the details from the multi-billion-dollar Intel Mobileye deal. And who said Israeli politicians can't have a good time? We bring you their best Purim holiday costumes. Good morning, I'm Meredith Ross. We begin here in Israel, where Tel Aviv Fashion Week kicked off on Sunday. Here to tell us all about it is fashion blogger and digital marketer Korin Avraham and I-24 News lifestyle correspondent Maya Kramer. Thanks so much for being here, Maya and Korin. So where to start?
Yes. Okay, so you know, Kindy Fashion Week kicked off today. Actually, last night there was a big gala opening where Gotex had a swimsuit fashion show. Korin was actually there and has a lot to say about that.
Ooh,
but
beautiful.
yeah, so here you can see some of the designs for Gotex, which is really beautiful, very Israeli, I would say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, very bronze,
Mediterranean,
right,
yeah.
Mediterranean. And actually, in a little perk here, a little inside information, the jewelry designer for the Gotex fashion show was one of our own, Nurit Ben.
Yes.
Her design is called Adin and Royale. There's
Anchor
her
of
bracelet.
Debrief. Yeah, the little known fact. Yeah, she is a jewelry designer
Yes.
and makes stunning. She was just talking this morning about how she had to make 10 extra cuffs for the show at the last minute. Stunning.
Right.
A lot of people comment on it while the show was going on about the jewelry, and it was very.
Could be good news for Nurit. That's awesome.
Yes. So
agree.
also, like one of the biggest highlights, Mrs. Sarah Netanyahu showed up with her stylist Sandra Ringler. Let's have a look at her, and wearing a green dress designed by an Israeli designer, Ilian Stolero. Okay, what do we have to say about this?
Kissing her
That's
face.
Sandra Ringler. It's
Okay,
her
yeah.
stylist that helped revamp her whole look. Remember how she used to look in the black lace, whatever?
Yeah.
You know,
We're
President's
talking
wife
about
gone
a
wrong.
revealing outfit that she wore at an official meeting that was not very appropriate.
Right, so that like caused a red alert, and she has a whole team of a glam squad, it's called.
Yeah.
You know, she's got the hair, the makeup, the stylist.
They all been there yesterday with her.
Yes, that were there
yeah?
with her and posted lots of pictures with her.
Lots of chatter around that, I'm sure.
Exactly. So actually, also, Korin was there last night. Let's have a look at Korin's look from beautiful, looking
Oh my,
amazing.
this is you?
Yeah,
That
I can
is
do that.
Stunning.
Maybe.
So is
What
this,
were you
is this an
wearing?
Israeli design?
Yeah, I'm really a big supporter in Israeli designers. It was Efrat Kalig. She designed this jacket and the whole outfit, actually. And that's it. Like,
amazing.
I loved supporting the Israeli designers. I think like we have great talent here.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
how
beautiful.
was it for you, like being there last night? In general, you know, what was it like?
I like the fact that it's a celebration for the Israeli designers and fashion. I personally don't have a big problem with sponsors, but it's a bit like, I rather call it Tel Aviv Fashion Week and not Gindi Fashion Week, because it's like, this is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
we
let's break down the story
Yeah,
first of all,
like-
so our audience knows exactly what we're talking about. There's an issue with the sponsors of the event. Maya, maybe you can explain a little background.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I mean, you know, actually, I wanted to jump back a little bit. Because I think a lot of people don't understand, first of all, what a blogger is today in the fashion world. I want to give you the credibility that you deserve, the life of a blogger. You know, you have this luxurious life, so it seems, but you're actually working. I mean, bloggers, fashion bloggers today have a lot of like high status in the world of fashion, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Totally.
working, it's a job. It's not just, here you are in a spy, it looks, Italy,
God.
right? This was in Italy.
In Vegas.
In
You look like a
Vegas.
Kardashian.
Yeah, with a champagne. Yes. And you've been a
Yeah.
blogger for about five and a half years.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
probably seen the change.
I started 5 years ago in September. I can still say that I've been like dealing with the international crowd more than like just the local Israeli ones. I see a lot of progress, a lot of understanding, a lot of awareness to this position. It's actually the old news right now, talking about like using bloggers or influencers at the fashion world or even in the lifestyle, like, which is everything that can be. If it's like drinks, beverages, like champagnes, hotels, whatever you can name it, it's like this is how the word works. Actually, if I can just mention one big thing that just happened like a few months ago, it was the Dolce & Gabbana show, which they took, it was during the Men Fashion Week in Milan, and they just like took some influencers that were like the DNA of the brand to walk the catwalk.
It's huge. That's
yeah,
a lot
it's
of
huge.
exposure.
It's not even like
So bloggers are getting a lot of attention. You're also promoting brands. So it's a full-time job.
Completely.
So
I used to be a lawyer. I drop it and.
Oh yeah, really? You just went straight
8
for
years,
fashion.
Went for your passion.
So what do you feel what are the difficulties the Israeli fashion industry is facing?
Firstly, I think that if you compare it to everything that happens in the whole world, and if we take like Europe and the States, for example, fashion in their culture has a lot of respect, which we don't have it at all. Like even if you think about it, like in Europe, everybody had the duchess, you know, and like the dukes and kings and queens and whatever. They had the best fabrics. They had somebody. Everybody spoke about like what they were, and like it's very iconic. They have museums. They actually like use all these kind of gowns and whatever it is, like it's getting a lot of respect. And I think that the problem here in Israel, which bring in also the problem for the designers and the young designers by itself, it's that we don't give it the respect and the effort we should give it. Like I think it's coming from like the government, how the government
a lot of commercial and sponsorship, and that brings us to the subject of Gindi, which is a mall that's opening up, and they're doing their opening together with Fashion Week. And what happens is because there's a lot of marketing, and a lot of commercialism, it takes away from the creativity. Yeah. So I don't know if Fashion Week is actually giving international attention or status to Israel in the world of fashion, if it's actually doing the job that it's supposed to be doing.
It's a good question. I personally, I don't have the answers. I don't like, as I've been a lawyer, I don't like to give an answer if I don't know the facts. But I can tell you from speaking with my friends, firstly, it's a great thing that we have it. It's better that we're gonna have it unless not. But we can just a bit criticize like the fact that like we don't have the government or like any sponsor that is not that commercial maybe to support it. Maybe it needs to be combination of some sponsors to it and not like one big company that's doing like real estate that it's not really related. It's a fashion mall, but still like.
Korin and Maya, thank you so much for joining us to talk about Fashion Week and your career as well as a fashion blogger. Thanks so much.